What is up? Flame here. What I'm gonna be going over today is 10 cars that I think should be coming to Benny's. And this is all personal opinion, and I'm on to see if you're getting some. I only wanted to do 10, and this is 10 that I thought of, and this is just me, but I thought these 10 would be really cool, in my opinion. So anyways, after this video, if you would watch the whole thing, which you should, you'll know that I was going to say this already, so I'm going to get over with. Please like the video and sub to my channel because it means a lot to me. And if you don't, it's up to you. But like I said, I'd appreciate it, and the Flame Squad needs to grow. Anyways, but I'm going to get into this now. So, let's go. So the first vehicle that I'd really like to see coming to Benny's would be the Patriot. And if you don't know, that is the Hummer H2 in the game. And what I want them to do now is, with all these vehicles, I'm going to tell you like how I see it. So what I want them to do with it is make it an H1 Hummer. And the H1 Hummer is just like, it was in San Andreas, and you know what I mean, in school. And I really like the H1 Hummers. It's my favorite Hummer, and you know what I mean. If I had to pick one SUV in real life, it'd probably be that. My dad always says he'd just get a Range Rover, and I don't disagree with that. But Tupac had an H1, and I know Tupac is dead now, but he's one of my favorite rappers. He's like, between him and 50 Cent, those two are hard to choose. They're both very talented, in my opinion. But anyways, off the rap subject, H1 Hummers just look great to me. I love the way they look. You can hook them up, and you know what I mean? It's an iconic car. So if I can have one of them in the game and just roll around, probably be bandwagon for a while after it came out. I'm sure a lot of people will be bandwagoning the shit out of it, but can't hate, I guess. And that goes for mostly any Benny's car that's cool, people want to see. But anyways, that's the first one. I want them to make the Patriot a retro version and make it like a 90s or early 2000s, H1 Hummer. So yeah. The second one I'd like to see is the Penumbra. In the game, the Penumbra is made by Matsubu or whatever. It's basically Mitsubishi, and what I want them to do is, now in the game it's a 4th generation Eclipse, but I want them to make it a 2nd generation Eclipse, and that's what I really think would be cool if they made it a 2nd generation Eclipse. I would really enjoy to have a 2nd generation Eclipse in real life, and it was also in Fast and Furious 1. That's what inspired me to get mine and start building it and stuff. And if you guys really want, when I get my camera and shit, I'll let y'all know. And if y'all want in the comment section, ask for this, but I will actually give y'all videos of my car. And so y'all can see kind of my car in real life. Anyways, I think they should add that car. It's a very good car. They could add the Fast and Furious decals, kind of like they did with the Elegy Retro Custom. And you know what I mean, it'd be awesome. And I'm talking a 2nd generation Eclipse year 95 to 99. And they could add, I don't care if we get the GS, the GST, or the GSX. I don't care which one we get. Even RS will be alright. But as long as we get one, I think that'd be awesome. So hopefully they'll listen to this video and they'll actually give us the 2nd gen Eclipse. But anyways, with all that out of the way, and that's a cool one, we get to the third one. And the third one that I want to see is the Dukes. And I know the Dukes is already in the game, and it's already a muscle car and retro and stuff, but that's not what I'm asking. I want to get an upgraded version, kind of like they did with like the Sultan RS and the Banshee. I feel like that would be really cool if we got a retro version. It's like, not retro, we've got upgraded version, and they can make it a supercar. It'd be the first muscle car in the game that's actually like a good supercar, and they could really do something with it. Like, they can, make it more updated. Like, they can make the blower actually, like, all the fucking belts and shit move, and they could really hook it up. They could make it sound beast. Like, they could make it one of them cars that when you pull up to like a Zentorno or T20 or anything like that, muscle car can actually take it. And I wish they'd do that with the Eclipse and stuff going back too, but that would be cool. Since we already got it in the game, they can make it a supercar. But that's all up to them. But anyways, on the Dukes now, since we passed Eclipse, what I'm saying is they can make it, you know, like on the blower right now it says like 750 horsepower, and you know what I mean, like it says that, but everyone knows it's not really 750 horsepower, so they could actually make it live up to that. Like it could actually be 750 horsepower or even more, like 900 or so. Like they could make it really nice. And like imagine how sick that'd be to have a car that fast. And like just being able to have variety instead of supercars running the game, you know what I mean, having like a muscle car roll in. So I just think that would be kind of cool in my opinion. The Dukes making it, obviously we got more customization options as well, and I just think all that would be dope, so we can have a cool ass Dukes. And one more thing I could add for the Dukes is, I know it's only a returning player's car, so they could kind of do what they did with the Social Club on the LG. So the LG is a free car, and they made it for like, it's like for like 100 grand, I believe, or some shit. If you don't have Social Club, I don't know, let me check, let me go on Benny's website, because I'm not on Social Club. 95 grand. So it's usually a free car, but 95 grand you can buy it if you're not on Social Club. So I think that's pretty cool, and they could do that with the Dukes. If you're a returning player, you could pay like the little 65,000 or whatever for it. But if you're not a returning player, then you can get it for like 600k or 500k. I think that'd be pretty fair, you know what I mean? But that's just me. Now going on to the fourth car, the LG RH8. Now the faction. Now, why I'm bringing the faction up? Well, see, it can be done. There could be multiple Benny's versions of the same exact car, with one car called the Faction, which is a Los Santos Customs car, but it also is the Benny's car. You can make the lowrider version or the donk. So right there, that is the only car right now that's in Benny's that has two different variants, but they could do it with one single car. So I don't want people saying like, oh my god, it's not going to be done, they can't do two versions of one car. Yes they can, they did it with the Faction. So anyways, so what I want to see with it, I know we just got the retro Skyline. I think that's great. Personally, I love the retro one more than the regular. But I also always thought when they were gonna do something with the Skyline, I mean, like I said, the retro one's cool, but they could actually make it the GTR still, but they could make it a badass GTR. You feel me? Like, it could be dope. Like, imagine that. Personally, I just can see it, and I just think it'd be awesome. But that's just me. So they could, we got two different variants. Like, we could have the retro, and we can also have that one. And you know what I mean? It'd just be GTR. You know, so it's GTR, but it's like, you know, GTR, and it's all hooked up and fast. I mean, I'm talking a supercar GTR. It should be a supercar. So anyways, so we can get that, and I think that'd be pretty dope, getting a supercar GTR. But that one I'm not going to focus too much on anymore. Alright, the next one is the Dominator. Right now it's just a modern day Mustang. Not really modern day anymore because it's been out since the game's release, so it's more like a newer, like, you know, it's not the newest out, but it's newer, so that's pretty cool. But what I think they could do is they can make it either maybe a GT500 new version, like the Super Snake or something, or they could do something with it and retro it and make it an old GT350 or old GT500, kind of like from Gone in 60 Seconds, that 500 I'm talking about. They could do anything like that. I mean, would I rather see an older one? Yes, but if they gave us a brand new one, like a newer Super Snake, then hey, you know what, I'd be decent with it. I mean, you wouldn't hear me complain as long as it was a fast. Maybe they could make it a supercar. You know what I mean? Like, we need more supercars in the game, but not like, we don't need all McLarens and stuff. We need variety. So anyways, that's it for the Dominator. Now, the next one, that is the sixth. This one, this is my favorite. Well, not really my favorite, but this is definitely, like, on my top. We have the Turismo in the game, but if anyone played San Andreas, you would know that the Turismo is actually a Ferrari F40 in that game. Now, they could retro it. I mean, if we got a Ferrari F40, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I've been wanting that car, and hopefully they do it. They have done other cars like the GTA 4 Assault and stuff like that, so maybe they will. Maybe they will. I hope they do. I want to see the F40. That's like one of my favorite supercars. Like, that is probably my favorite supercar in the game. Not in the game, I mean in real life. So it's definitely way up there. That's probably one I'd pick. And like the Ferrari F40. So that's one that I've had to throw on this list. I mean, these aren't in any specific order, by the way. Like, these aren't like one that's my favorite. Like, I'm just bringing cars out. I was just brainstorming some cars, and I'm like, man, yeah. So that's, you know, number 6 on the list, but not actually number 6. So I don't think I'm doing this in order, just like the 6th car we're going over. So anyways, they could retro it, make it a F40, make it, you know, really dope, and I just think that'd be awesome to see. F40, man, I love them. They just look so sleek and everything. So the next one, this is number 7, I think the Mamba. Now, they can make it a supercar, and in real life, the Shelby Cobra is a really fast car. I think it's supposed to be like the fastest car from 0 to 100, like stock, and then back to 0, I don't know. I've heard, I could be wrong, I don't really follow up with muscle cars too much, but I mean, I think it is a cool car. I've seen some replicas at car shows. Obviously, I haven't seen a real version yet, but the replicas are basically it, just they're replicated, you know, they're not original versions. Obviously, original would be way more expensive than making a replica. But I've seen them, and I just think they're awesome, and they're supposed to, they were, I don't know if they are anymore, but I know for like the longest time they were like the fastest onto 100 or something. I don't know though, I could be wrong. But anyways, that's another one. The next one is the Supra in real life, the Toyota Supra. Now, I don't know what it is. I know we actually had a Supra in San Andreas, so that's kind of cool. So I think if they added a new car, you know, it could be the Supra, and then we can get it in Benny's and stuff, and that'd be cool. You know what I mean? So we just get the Supra, and then it could be a supercar, and it could be like all hooked up. Like, you should be able to hear the turbo on that thing. Fucking got that 2JZ engine. Like, yeah, that would be awesome. We should definitely get that. But that's one car. Another one that I'm really stressing on my list. I'm really a tuner guy in real life, so those cars would mean a lot, and they'd add to my skyline. Anyways, though, you got that. Now, another one I'd like to say is the Entity. In real life, it's the Koenigsegg CCX, but in the game, it's the Entity XF. They can make it a Benny's version and make it the Agera R, which is a better version of the Koenigsegg. I mean, obviously, Koenigsegg has more models up there, but the Agera R is one of the better ones than the CCX. I think the CCX might be right under it. I don't know. But anyways, they could do that. And, yeah. So definitely, I think they should do something there. So they could make the CCX turn into the Agera R. Ooh, that's a good brainstorm. The Bullet's another one. They can make it the retro Ferrari F40? Not F40, no. GT40. They can make it the old GT40. And I think that would be really cool. So, they could make it the Ford GT40. And yeah, so I think that'd be awesome as well. That'd definitely be on my list. I mean, in my opinion, it's a good one. But I'm not going to focus on that too much. The last but not least is the Gauntlet. Come on now. Who don't want to see the Gauntlet? And what I think they should make it is, they should make it the fucking Hellcat. You know what I mean? So, that'd be really cool, I think, if they made it the Hellcat. Just because those are some cool cars. Now, the Hellcat, if you don't know, is like pretty powerful. I believe it's 707 horsepower and like tops out like 202 miles an hour or something. It's definitely something good. They could do that. And I would also just throw in the Buffalo S maybe. They can make the Buffalo S the Charger Hellcat. They could give us Hellcat double pack. You know what I mean? So they could do that. I'm just gonna add it in, but the Hellcats, like that'd be dope. What if we got a Hellcat? like in the game. Like I think that would just be awesome. So definitely the gauntlet, and I'm just gonna throw the buffalo in there because they're both